My name is Alex and I'm that tech guy. And today on the channel, I'm gonna share with you my 5 best home automations. One of the first home automation that I ever built was to automate my lights. I was sitting on the couch watching TV when I realized everything in the room was dark. Also, I would always forget the backyard light and it would be on for weeks. So I've set up a simple automation in Home Assistant to turn the lights on at sunset and turn them off automatically right before bed. Once you have a smart wall switch, a smart plug, or a smart light bulb, it's really easy to set up. You can set it up in Amazon, in Smart Life, or even in Home Assistant. For now, I won't be talking about it, but I'll have a video about that in the future. Unless you're super rich and you have someone to wash your clothes for you, there's a good chance that you do laundry. And if you're like me, I used to forget my clothes in the washer all the time. I couldn't hear the washer from upstairs. I would start doing the laundry and then I would get a phone call from a friend inviting me over for a gathering, and I would forget about the clothes in the washer, only to return the next day and find my clothes are all smelly. Now I had to wash them again. That was fixed by putting a smart plug between the washer and the wall outlet. That smart plug senses when the washer no longer uses as much power and it sends a notification to my phone. Now I know exactly when the washer is done, and it reminds me on my Alexa Echo device to go and pick up the laundry and put it in the dryer. That home automation was really difficult for me to set up because I used those Tekken smart plugs and they're really hard to open. So unless you want to go through the trouble of using a Dremel tool to open the back of that thing, I strongly recommend that you don't use those smart plugs for that. There's another smart plug model that is really easier to use, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you exactly how it's done in a future video. Before I lived here, I used to live in an apartment, but for some reason in my office I couldn't hear the doorbell. I could not even hear someone knocking in the window. I decided I needed a solution that will allow me to receive notifications on my phone, but that was not an easy task. I was not allowed to change the button outside, nor was I allowed to put a video doorbell. So the solution I ended up with was a small microcontroller board that was hooked up to the doorbell itself inside. Now, if I was in the backyard or in my basement office, I was able to receive real-time notification if someone rang the doorbell. I'm gonna share with you in a future video exactly how to do it. The next home automation is probably one of the most criticized that I ever built. But I drink way too much coffee, and so I set up a smart plug behind my Keurig brewer. And it does the same thing as my laundry automation, with a small twist. I know exactly how much K-cups were used. People would say, Alex, what's the use for that? I know exactly how much K-cups I have in stock. So if I go to the grocery store and I'm not sure if I have some cups left, I can just open Home Assistant and check how much K-cups I have left. This last automation is probably one of the less common one, and it's probably one of my favorites. I've set up a Zigbee door sensor inside our mailbox. So whenever a delivery guy or the mailman shows up, our Alexa device tells us,
"The mailbox was just delivered."
In the next video, I'll be sharing with you exactly how I deal with my media files. So my music, my movies, and my TV shows. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, goodbye.